and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here on the west coast of Canada. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week so far, and I hope you're all looking forward to a great weekend. I know I am. In this class, everyone, we are looking at IELTS speaking part 3. That's the third and final part of the speaking, and we're going to be practicing some Band 9 answers and analyzing some students' responses. That's right. In this class, we're going to try something brand new. We will have some students who will answer some questions, hopefully, for speaking part 3. You will be able to hear this conversation, and then we're going to discuss these responses. Welcome, Mohammed. Welcome, Aman. Good to see many students in the class already. Hi, Amu. Welcome to our moderator, Carolina. Hi, Arda. Nice to see all of you in this class. This lesson, everyone, is brought to you by aehelp.com, and we're going to use aehelp.com in a little bit here. For academic IELTS help, visit us there, and for the general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. You can also download our apps, Academic IELTS Help, from your app store that links to aehelp.com, or you can download General IELTS Help also in your app store, or Apple or Android, and you can link that to gieltshelp.com. Follow us on Instagram. We've got lots of new posts these days for the speaking sections as well, like practice speaking part 2 cue cards. So our Instagram profiles are IELTS_AEhelp and GIELTShelp. And if you have questions, you can always just send me an email to adrian@aehelp.com. We've got plenty more classes this week. So we've got the speaking part 3 right now. Then we will have listening part 1 and 2 after this class. Tomorrow we're going to do some reading for members, some more listening with everyone, and then we'll have a Q&A session, and we'll have speaking part 2 as well. So now let's get into our IELTS speaking part 3. So this is a speaking class, everyone. So everybody should be speaking as much as possible. Make sure to speak and repeat. So copy my intonation, copy my pronunciation, my fluency as much as you can. All right, everyone. So you're in the IELTS speaking and you are in the interview. You've completed speaking part 1, and now you're going on to speaking part 2, and you've completed speaking part 2. You're feeling great. And now the examiner says, okay, that's the end of your 2 minutes. I'll take back the questions, and now we'll continue with speaking part 3. For this part, I will ask you a question or two related to your cue card response and some questions connected to this topic. And then they're going to ask you some more detailed questions, okay? Speaking part 3, they're detailed questions on the topic of the cue card. So here, the examiner says, let's talk about seeking help. Okay, let's talk about seeking help. Welcome, Jyoti. Hi, John. Hi, Sammy. Hi, Rashika. Hi, Paulo. All right, so they'll continue right away. First, let's practice this question, and then members. So I see we've got a good number of members in here. Which member would like to actually practice some of these questions with me speaking in this live class here? Now remember, of course, everybody will hear your responses. We're going to use the website, so I will guide you on how to do this, okay? And I need some volunteers. So while I get some volunteers, for now, everybody can just type your answer for this question. Why is it important to help people in times of need? So answer this question for me, and meanwhile, I'll look for some volunteer to have a bit of a conversation with me in this live class. So give me some answers, students, while I get this volunteer. Yeah, Carolina, so right now, I know this is kind of spontaneous, but does anybody have the courage to just do a question and answer with me, and then we'll talk about what you're doing well, how you can improve. So I will analyze your speaking. I'll even give you a sample band score for your response. Okay. Sammy says, I'm in. Okay. Artist says, no thanks, I'm nervous. Okay, Sammy, that's great. Sammy, what you want to do, okay, is go to the website. Okay, so go to aehelp.com. Let me show you where here. Okay, so go to aehelp.com. Okay, this website here. So the URL is aehelp.com. I'll put that into the chat. Okay, so here we go, Sammy. We'll set this up. Everybody be patient. It's going to be fun. You're going to see. So Sammy, go to www.aehelp.com. Okay, just do what I'm doing right now. All right. I can actually send you the link here in the chat to be more specific. Okay, and this is something new, so let's try it. Let's see if it works. It should work just fine. Okay, so go to aehelp.com. And I'm pretty sure, Sammy, that you have a student account, right? Sammy, okay, Sammy, so are you telling me you're not in right now? Because Sammy's saying, sorry, I don't give the arrangements. We can set it up, Sammy. So are you at a computer? I need somebody who's at a computer. Okay. So Amu, John, Rashika. Anybody using a computer? You definitely want to use a computer for this. This would be too difficult on a mobile phone. Okay. Let's see if anybody has it. If not, it's fine. Okay. Meanwhile, John has given us a response to this question. John's saying humans are naturally created to support each other, especially when someone is in an advantageous situation, and lending a hand to someone else is necessary. Hi, Hasna. Okay. Any of our members using a computer? Because I'm trying to get you to go to academicenglishhelp.com, and in your My Student account, you have this student partner speaking. And in the student partner speaking, we can actually practice the speaking in this live class. Okay. And I see we have Ananta in here, but I think Ananta would be a little bit surprised to know that she's live with 102 people watching her. So I don't want to do that. Okay. All right. Arminder, you're very welcome. Hi, Aman Valley. All right. So, Hasna, do you want to practice some live speaking? Are you at a computer right now? So again, I'm looking for one of our members who has the courage to do a little bit of live speaking in this class, but you need to have a computer for this. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, we've got some more answers to this question. Jaineel says the answer should be, okay. And again, the question that we're answering for speaking part 3 is, why is it important to help people in times of need? And Jaineel says it is vital to give a hand to people when someone is in need, because it's one of the kinds of aids that people provide to maintain social equality through either financial, physical, or other support. Well, I'm always ready to help the needy, and last Sunday I arranged warm blankets for a construction worker. Okay. Janelle says, I'm using a mobile. Anybody using a computer, a PC? Arta says, helping people who seek some aid is important because when someone gives a hand to the person who needs help, the person can help them as well in the future. So I mean by this, helping people builds, and then Arta, I'm guessing that you've got more coming here. Okay. Again, I'm gonna keep this option open. So if some member during this speaking class has the courage to practice a little bit of actual live speaking, then we can do that. Okay. Janelle, yeah, I think you might be able to connect through a mobile, but it would be tricky. Okay. Do you want to try it, Janelle? We can give it a shot. Are you in a relatively quiet place? Okay, Arta says, I don't have the courage. That's okay, Arta. When you build up the courage, maybe when you hear some other students do it. Janelle, we can try it on the mobile. I'm not sure how your mobile is set up, but we can do it. I mean, you can go to the website. You should be able to and use the function through your mobile as well. So we can give it a shot. Do you want to give it a try? Let me know. Meanwhile, Aman Ville says, it is very significant to assist individuals whenever they are required, as we can also take help from them in a difficult situation. Okay. All right, so Janelle, yeah, let's give it a shot, okay? I'm curious actually how well it will work through a mobile connection here with us. So in your mobile, Janelle, again, go to aehelp.com. Okay, I can see that Carolina is actually logged in here. So let me show you where we're going with this, okay? Okay. So go to aehelp.com, click on that link, and then Janelle, I'm pretty sure you have a student account, right? Even a free account will work. Go into your My Student account and then click on Student Partner Speaking. And I should see you come up in the users online, like how Ananta and Carolina are in here right now, okay? All right, I can see Harwinder's in here now as well, which is good. Okay, so we're going to start speaking with one of our students here, hopefully fairly soon. I'm not sure if it's Harwinder our member, because I know we have a member Harwinder as well. Okay, so Janelle, are you in? Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. So Janelle, now here's the trick. Okay, I'm going to call you. But we're only going to do audio, so no video, okay? So we're only going to do an audio call, and then I'll ask you a question or two, and you're just going to give me a response, and we'll discuss it. So that's all we're going to do. So I'll call you in a second here. I'm just going to enable the computer audio in the live stream. So give me one moment here. Okay, so or the desktop audio. Okay, just give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. It means give me just a moment here, and then we should be good to go. Okay, Janelle, so I'm going to call you and just pick up, and then we'll go over the questions. There's Harwinder as well. Okay, here we go, Janelle. Okay, so I'm trying to call you. I haven't tried this with mobile through PC, through a live stream. So I'm calling you right now. Can you hear me? That's okay if you're not in a quiet place, Janelle. Okay. So so Jainil is not picking up. Are you able to get the phone, Jainil? It might not work on your phone because you might have too many audio coming with YouTube working as well. Okay, I don't know if you can run YouTube and a chat program at the same time through your phone. Okay, I'm gonna hang up. Can everybody hear the call, by the way? So this is a very new function that we're using here. Was everybody able to hear that call? Okay, Carolina says, yes, I can hear the call. Okay, I don't know what happened to Jainil. Yeah, Sammy says as well. Harwinder, is that you in the chat also, and are you using a PC? Okay, it sounds like all of you can hear it. Okay, all of you can hear the ring, which is good. That means that we're going to hear the conversation. Cool. Harwinder, do you mind if I give you a call? Okay, Harwinder wants to talk. All right, Harwinder, let me try you. Okay, I'm going to call you and then try to pick it up here. All right. All right, hopefully we'll be able to connect with someone here. Okay, Harwinder, so I'm giving you a call right now. Jainil, I saw that you messaged a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on there, but... Okay, Harwinder, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, from you.
Harwinder, can you hear me?
Oh, great, Harwinder, I can hear you as well.
I don't know which app.
Oh, great, Harwinder, I can hear you as well.
Quick question, Harwinder. Can you use a headset? Because I can hear myself talking. It's coming back into your microphone.
Harwinder, can you use a headset? Because I can hear myself talking. It's coming back.
Yeah, and Carolina says, or mute your YouTube. Okay. Yeah, Harwinder, you can't use video in two places at one time. So don't try to use the video, okay? Just use the audio phone call. All right? We'll get the hang of this. Okay. Hi, Harwinder, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I can hear you too. We can't use video because we can't be using our camera in two places at the same time, okay? So that's great, and now you're nice and quiet. Can everybody else hear Harwinder as well?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, so Harwinder, are you ready to practice just a couple of speaking questions here for part 3?
Of course, sir.
Awesome. Thank you for doing that. Cool. Okay, so we're going to jump to these questions again. So I'll ask you the question that we just started with, okay? And give me a nice answer. Don't worry about it. You're being brave. That's super awesome. And then I'll tell you how you're doing, okay? All right. So here we go. Why is it important to help people in times of need?
Well, I think it's quite important that we aid someone in the time of crisis, because whenever you get in trouble in any time of your life, you get a favor back from him.
Okay, Harwinder, thank you for that answer. Okay, I'm going to analyze it a little bit. Okay, so basically what Harwinder says is that I think it's important to, let me bring up what Harwinder said. So Harwinder, just hang on, okay? Don't hang up. I'm going to really just get into your answer here and analyze it, okay? We're going to jump back here to the lesson. So I'm going to repeat what you just said, okay, or more or less. So I think it's important to help a person in a time of crisis because a person might need a favor in return and you don't know when you may need it, or when he may need it. I think it was something like that. Is that correct, Harwinder?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think that first of all, I'll give you a band score, okay? So if I'm your examiner, I would give you comfortably a band score of 6.5, maybe even as high as a 7 for that, okay? And I'll explain why. So Harwinder did a couple of points really well. First of all, Harwinder answered that in a nice full sentence because he used the question in his answer, and he used some good paraphrasing and vocabulary, like help a person in time of crisis. So time of crisis is definitely a nice expression to tell someone that it's a time of need. So instead of saying time of need, it's time of crisis, okay? And then another part that you did really well, Harwinder, is that you immediately explained your answers. So you said because a person might need a favor in return, which is a good logical answer. It was very clear, okay? Now, you did use the word you, okay? So in the IELTS exam, Harwinder, you want to avoid this word you as much as possible, okay? It's really easy to say you, and we say it all the time in natural conversation, but it makes comprehension a little bit awkward because suddenly you're talking to your examiner, like you're saying you to the examiner. So in the IELTS exam, and when you're practicing for the IELTS exam, definitely avoid that, okay?
Sure, sir. I will.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm just giving you some pointers here, Harwinder, and take them as you want, okay? The other point, Harwinder, that I would have added, because I think your fluency was quite good, so I think you can work a little bit on your fluency. Your fluency score there would have been, I'd say, about a 6, just because you're a little bit on the slow side for natural language. But it's okay. It's better to be accurate and a bit slower than speak really fast and be incoherent, okay? So you only want to speak faster if you can speak with the same quality, okay? Quality is more important than speed. Now, one more point, Harwinder, that you could have added to this is an example, right? Like you could have said something like I helped my sister yesterday with her homework. So today she helped me with the laundry, okay, for example. So that kind of smooth example, Harwinder, can help to increase your score. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. It makes sense.
Perfect. Okay, Harwinder, let's try it one more time. And this is what you want to do, everyone, when you're practicing speaking in partners or at home, is you want to talk about the question, the answer. You want to identify the mistakes, where to improve, and then you want to try it again. So Harwinder, you want to try this one more time with me, the same question?
No, sir. Please.
No? Okay, do you want to try another question?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, okay. All right, so again, no pressure. And again, I'm really appreciating that you're being brave and doing this, okay? Here we go. So here's a follow-up question, Harwinder. What may be the consequences of not helping?
Well, the first consequences come to my mind is that you can lose your friendship if that is a friend or an important relation, and it can also affect your full friend circle in the long term process.
Why?
Because uh, uh, people uh, always want uh, themselves to be seen as if they are priority of someone. I think
Okay, good. All right. Can you give me an example?
my friend Akash, he always needs my help, and uh, the last month I said no to him. Then he didn't talk to me anymore, and my other friends also uh, started giving up on me.
Okay, good. All right, perfect, Harwinder. So that's what you want to put together in your answer, right? So you always want to think about that why, the response, and then the example. And that was very good. So you said, my friend Akash asked me for help. You can think about what kind of help, like changing a tire on his car. But I said no, so he hasn't talked to me for over 2 months, right? So that kind of an example will really help you to boost your score, okay? So you want to think about that answer, explanation, example. Okay, Harwinder, that was really great. Thank you for that. Again, that score would be about a band 6 to 6.5. So Harwinder, I think if you practice and you really pay attention to the points that I'm telling you, I think you can get a score as high as a band 7 in your IELTS exam, as long as you're paying attention to answer, explain, example, and then just practice to build your fluency. Your grammar, your pronunciation, your lexical resource are all a band 7. The only component that's pulling down your score right now is your fluency. And to build that, you want to focus on answer, explain, example, and just lots of practice. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. So thank you so much, Harwinder. I'm going to hang up now, and then we're going to go over some other questions for everyone in the class, and we'll see in a bit if somebody else wants to volunteer, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Now.
Harwinder, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's give a little applause to Harwinder, and you can do that by inserting an emoji into the chat. Okay, so that was very brave of Harwinder. I know it takes a lot to even just be audible and use your voice and show your English when it's not your own language to so many people. So thank you again for that, Harwinder. That was fantastic. Okay. All right. Paulo says clap, clap, clap. Muruga says clap, clap, clap. Okay, so members, this is something that we're going to do now in speaking classes, and we are going to make this available to other students as well. So Satish is asking, can I speak? Satish, we're just doing this with members right now, but we will be doing it with all students in the future. We're just kind of testing out how the system works with the members first. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this question here. So what may be the consequences of not helping? Okay. So here we want to give a nice full answer. Everybody can do this now. Again, speak. So just like Harwinder, you want to speak and voice yourself in these classes, okay? So the result of not giving a hand to a person who needs assistance may be the loss of a friendship, or it could result in problems for the person in the future. What I mean is that the saying goes, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So those people who do not help their friends will end up alone, and when they need assistance, there will be no one to aid them. Okay, and then a smooth example. I didn't help my friend last month change the tire on his car. So this month he didn't help me when I needed him to fix my PC. Okay. So again, nice, smooth examples. Okay. So here we go. Let me just. Yeah, now I can see lots of people in the chat. Again, Jaineel, I see that you're still in there. We'll try a question in a moment. I just want to go over a nice, smooth Band 9 answer for this question, okay? So here we go, everyone. Repeat after me. What may be the consequences of not helping? The result of not giving a hand to a person who needs assistance may be the loss of a friendship, or it could result in problems for the person in the future. What I mean is that the saying goes, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So those people who do not help their friends will end up alone, and when they need assistance, there will be no one to aid them. I didn't help my friend last month change the tire on his car, so this month he didn't help me when I needed him to fix my PC. Okay? All right, so that's how you can do it. Okay, so Jaineel, I see that you're still in the chat on the website where you can practice with other students. Jaineel, do you want to practice again? Let me just check it out. Okay, so I see your answer, Jaineel. Jaineel, let me know if you still want to practice. You want to give it another shot, okay? And if anybody else wants to give it a shot, like Harwinder, then we can do that, okay? All right, meanwhile, Jaineel says, last month, one old man near me had a hangover near the liquor shop and was begging for me when I did not give him a hand. Okay, Jaineel, I'm guessing you have the rest of your answers somewhere else. Okay. All right. Muruga wants to volunteer. Okay, let me see another volunteer here. So just give me a moment. All right. Okay, so let's look for another volunteer for the next question. Here we go. Okay. Carolina, I see you in here. Jaineel, I see you in here. Let's see if I can call Jaineel while Muruga comes in here as well. Muruga, you have to go to the website aehelp.com, and then you have to have a student account, and you have to click on student partner speaking. Okay, so let me see if Jaineel can connect. Jaineel, I see you're sending me messages. Okay, here we go, Jaineel. Jaineel, you have to mute your audio on YouTube so that we're not getting feedback, okay? Oh, I don't see Jaineel anymore. All right, there's Sammy. Sammy, you want to give it a shot? Here we go. Let me try to call Sammy. Ooh, that's pretty loud. Okay, here's Sammy. Let's see if we can connect. I'm calling Sammy. Let's see. I'm sure you can all hear me. Yeah, Sammy, I see that you're connected to the laptop. I'm calling you right now, Sammy, so hopefully you can hear and pick up. Yeah, Jaineel, for the next class, try to be on a laptop and then we'll be able to connect. It's probably pretty loud ringing for everybody. You answered the call, Sammy, but I don't hear you. Okay, try calling me, Sammy. Let's try to do it another way. Try to call me, and I'll try to pick up. Should work. Okay. Hi, Sammy. Can you call me? All right, let's see if this works. Okay, I don't see you calling me. That's really strange. And you're saying it's ringing for you. Let me try to refresh that. That's strange, Sammy. I don't know. Are you in general IELTS or academic IELTS? Here, let me... Okay, there's lots of people in here right now. All right. Let's see. Can you see my chat, Sammy? So if I'm chatting to you, can you see my chat? All right, I'm hoping we can get one more person on here with us today. Okay. All right, let me try something here, Sammy, and then we'll try again here in 2 seconds, okay? So give me one moment. Meanwhile, you can answer the next question, everyone. Okay, try this one because we'll do this one with Sammy here in a second. I'm just going to change the settings, Sammy, and then we'll try again, okay? So this is the question we're going to answer with Sammy, and meanwhile, everybody can try this question here. So what are some common situations where people seek help from others? Okay, so try to answer this question. What are some common situations where people seek help from others? And then meanwhile, I'm going to try something here, Sammy, so hang on. And then we'll see how well we can connect, okay? All right, so give me one moment here. Okay. All right, so Sammy, can you try to connect one more time? Okay. All right. So connect one more time, Sammy, and then we'll try to call each other again here. Okay, while everybody is answering this question. Okay. And Sammy, go to aehelp.com if you can, not gialtshelp.com. So let's try to connect through the same website, okay? So if you can, go to aehelp.com, not gialtshelp.com. Okay, because I don't actually see you in there. You're gonna have to reload the page. Okay, so go to aehelp.com, reload the page, and then we'll try to call each other. Okay. Awesome. Okay, meanwhile, everybody else can try to answer this question, okay? So Arda says, in my opinion, a common situation where people seek aid from others is an earthquake. When an earthquake happens, lots of citizens need help because their homes are not safe, so they need items to survive. Arda, that's good. It's asking you for situations. So earthquake would be one situation. You want more situations, okay? So you want to have at least 2 situations. So like a natural disaster or with homework, right? So some common situations where people ask for help are during natural disasters, such as an earthquake or a flood, or in everyday life with their schoolwork or their office work. Last week, I asked my friend to help me with some difficult math questions. Okay, so that's what you want to do, Arda. You want to answer, explain example, and when it's plural, you want to give at least 2 or 3. Okay. All right, so Sammy, I still don't see you in the list of users. I see Amrit Paul as a hello. Okay. All right, and we have Nina and Ananta in here as well. So we've got lots of people in here. If you're open to it, members, we can try with someone else. Carolina, do you want to try to do a speaking question? I see that you keep popping up into the chat here. So Carolina, if you want to give it a shot, I'm happy to ask you this question as well. Okay, so I'm going to give some other people a chance here, Sammy, while you're figuring out what's going on. I can see that there's a message from Carolina. Okay, Carolina says okay. All right, Carolina, then I'm going to try to call you and we'll try to connect, okay? Hello, Carolina, can you hear me? Hi, Carolina, can you hear me okay?
Hi, Adrian. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. That's awesome.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
perfect. So we've got Carolina in the call right now. All right, Sammy. Can everybody else hear Carolina okay, loud and clear on your end as well? Okay. Perfect. So thank you, Carolina. That's awesome. Okay, Carolina, I'm going to ask you this question that we just covered, and then just give me an answer, okay?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. What are some common situations where people seek help from others?
Well, there are common events where people seek help from others, like moving, or when there are natural disasters. So people need help from others, like I can think about fixing their car when they have an accident on the road, maybe. I remember last weekend when I have to move to my new apartment, so a friend of mine helped me with that, so that was great.
Okay, awesome, Carolina. Thank you so much. So, just to reiterate, Carolina said that people need help in certain events when they're moving or during a natural disaster. And then you continued, Carolina, by explaining that they might also need help fixing their car when they have an accident. And then you told me that you got help from some friends when you moved to a new apartment last week, I believe. Okay, that was pretty good. So again, your band score level, Carolina, do you want to know it? Do you want me to share it?
Yeah.
Okay. So your band score level there is around a 6 to a 6.5, maybe a 7. It's a little bit tricky at times because you had some really good elements, but also you got kind of stuck a couple of times, okay? And I think you can easily be a band 7, okay? As long as, again, you create a bit more fluency and a bit more clarity. Just out of curiosity, does anybody know? So I would take one part of your answer out. Okay, to make your answer better, I would actually remove one part of your answer. Can anybody guess what part of the answer I would take out to make Carolina's answer better? Carolina, you can think about that too, but let's see if we get some ideas from others. So what part of the answer could Carolina take out to make that response more fluent and to get a higher band score?
Maybe to say the options in order first, and the example be related with the last option I said.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track. So what I would have taken out is the part about the car accidents. I thought that was kind of awkward in the situation, the helping with the car and the car accident, because then after you went back to talking about some friends who helped you with your move, okay? And you really only need to say 2 points. So if you say when someone needs help with a move or during a natural disaster, okay? So you should have just kind of stuck with those 2 ideas and not involved the third idea. And instead of involving the third idea, so talking about car accidents, giving a clear explanation about why people need help when they're moving. Okay, so let me ask you this, Carolina. Why do people need help when they're moving?
Well, individuals need to look for help when they are moving because there are a lot of stuff that they need to pack. They need to move a lot of heavy items in their home, so it's really important that they look for help. It's very difficult to do it by itself, by yourself, or myself, sorry.
Okay, so Carolina, that's a band 7.5. So that's how quickly you can jump from a band 6.65 to a band 7.5. So I'm sure everybody that was listening there realized that Carolina was really fluent there. There was a lot of great detailed information. So when we are moving, it's a lot of work. There are a lot of boxes to pack. So don't say a lot of stuff to pack, right? So a lot of boxes or a lot of belongings. Always avoid the word stuff and things. So there are a lot of boxes to pack, and often those boxes can be heavy or heavy objects like couches that need more than one person to lift. So you had a really good explanation there, okay? So rather than the car accident, giving that explanation and then giving your example, that would get you a band 9. Okay, Carolina, so if you would say, let's try it one more time. So I'm not going to give this to you. I think you can do this, Carolina. So I'm going to ask you the question again. So put this together, okay? So say the move, say the natural disaster, give an explanation for the move, give a short explanation for the natural disaster, and then give that same example. Do you want to try it one more time? Putting those all together? Yeah, so put them all together. Okay, so here we go. What are some common situations where people seek help from others?
Well, there are common situations where individuals look for when there are natural disasters or when people are moving, because there are a lot of individuals cannot do it by themselves because there are a lot of heavy objects that they need to move from their place they live. So people always look for help in those situations. Last month, when I need to move from a new apartment, I have to look for help with my friend, and she helped me out.
To lift my couch. Very good. Okay. All right. Good. That was good. So yeah, that's much more closer to a band 7. All right. So that's what you want to practice. Thank you so much, Carolina, for volunteering and for sharing your English with us. I really appreciate it. And thank you for helping your peers as well. I'm sure they're learning lots from this example and this correction, okay? So I'm sure I'll have you in here for some other questions in the future. That was perfect, okay? So again, everybody, we're using our website for this speaking. And the website, let me see where we're at with this. Here we are. Okay, Carolina, I'm just going to hang up. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so in the website now, we've got lots of students in here. I see that Sammy's in here again. Okay, so that's where you can practice this this kind of speaking with other students. Okay, you can do that at ahelp.com, or you can do it at gieltshelp.com as well. All right. Okay, students, let's practice a couple more questions. Okay, so here we go. So these you're just going to write, but I hope that you're also speaking on your end when we're practicing these questions. Okay, so let's try this question here. So, have the ways people sought help these days changed compared to a generation before? Give me a nice full sentence answer for this question, okay? So have the ways people sought help these days changed compared to a generation before? Okay, so again, we're looking for what we've been practicing with Harwinder and Carolina. Oh, by the way, everybody should give a nice applause to Carolina, and I see Amu and Paulo and Mruga congratulating Carolina. So thank you for that. Yeah, she deserves that praise. Absolutely. Okay, everyone. So let's try this one more question here. So have the ways people sought help these days changed compared to a generation before? Sammy, it's fantastic that you're logged into academics. Sammy, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it today, but we're going to do more of this kind of practice in classes coming up. So I'll definitely choose you first next time, okay? while we're just waiting for some student responses here. So definitely, students, let me know if you like this kind of live speaking practice with analysis and feedback, okay? If you like it, then we're going to keep doing it, especially in these members chat classes. If you don't like it, let me know. And if you don't like it, but you're shy to tell me why, or in the live chat, you can always tell me in an email as well, okay? All right. Sammy says it's fantastic. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so if you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know as well. Okay. Meanwhile, do try to answer this question. Have the ways people sought help these days changed compared to a generation before? So here we're talking about the method, the way of asking for help. Okay. All right. Janelle likes it. Sammy likes it. Okay, that's great. Okay, Vivek likes it too. Good. So it seems like a lot of you are liking this type of interaction, which is great because we can do more of it. And the better we get, the smoother it's going to be and the more people we're going to be able to ask questions from, right? So I'm sure next time we'll be able to do like 4 or 5 different interactions. Abror, we're going to do it for the General English Hub channel as well and for the general public as well. So we're just testing it now, okay? Okay, so Hasna says, yes, mostly I find it with helping school assignments. People before used to seek knowledge face-to-face, while nowadays technology advancements can help people ask questions through WhatsApp and other social media. Good, Hasna, that's a good answer. You've got a couple of grammatical mistakes or word use mistakes there, but overall it's the right approach, okay? All right. Sammy says, yes, nowadays people mostly depend on gadgets and Google rather than depending on other individuals. Like my brother, he doesn't seek help from me for his homework. He just simply Googles all the answers. Okay, Sammy, that's great. That's a beautiful response. All right. And we'll hopefully have some of those verbally from you next time. Okay. Arda says, yes, I think so. The ways people sought help these days have changed compared to a generation before. 2 decades ago, people sought some help with ingredients for meals, but now people seek help with their social media devices like fixing a computer. Arda, that's fantastic, and I think your idea is creative and it works well, and I hope, Arda, that you build up the courage to verbally ask and answer some questions in class. That's awesome, okay? Yeah, so using the present perfect here is very important. So yes, the ways people look for assistance has changed dramatically over the past couple of decades, primarily because of the internet. Nowadays, people often search for help online rather than in person from friends or family. They often use digital tools rather than conventional tools to fix problems. Last week, when I had a flat tire, I looked on YouTube for a video to change it instead of asking my neighbor, who is a mechanic. Okay, so here we go. This would be your high band answer. Let's try this together. One last question and response. Repeat after me. Have the ways people sought help these days changed compared to a generation before? Yes, the ways people look for assistance has changed dramatically over the past couple of decades, primarily because of the internet. nowadays people often search for help online rather than in person from friends or family. They often use digital tools rather than conventional tools to fix problems. Last week when I had a flat tire, I looked on YouTube for a video to change it instead of asking my neighbor who is a mechanic. Okay, so that's how it works. All right, students, so that was a pretty exciting class, and it was exciting for me as well. It was really fun to hear your voices, some of your voices for the first time, and I look forward to doing some more of these classes. I think it will be very helpful. So keep in mind next time, members and viewers, that when you're watching the class, sign up for a free account, or if you really like our products, you can also sign up for a paid account on our website. And so the websites look like this. This is General IELTS Help, and at gieltshelp.com or generalieltshelp.com, and you can click this big Join Now button to get our premium IELTS, or the green button to get it for free, and then or get the free version. And then for academic IELTS, it's the same idea, and you click this big red button to join the premium package, and then you have this My Student account. And in your My Student account, you have this student partner speaking, and this is what we were using here today. And there's tons of people in here now, I see, that want to interact. So you can interact with each other, and in these live classes you'll be able to interact with me and practice your speaking, so I can give you feedback, analysis, and a band score estimate. Okay, all right, so that's how we will be doing it in the future. So Mohammed Thomas Vinod, we will be doing it for General English Help channel as well, and for non-members as well, so make sure to sign up. Okay, all right, so again, that's at aehelp.com and gieltshelp.com. That's it for this class, everyone, but I will be back in 30 minutes with a listening class, and we're going to be able to listen to the audio from our website as well. It'll be very clear this time, and we'll be able to work through the answers. So it's going to be a little bit of a different format for the listening also, okay? All right, so that's it for now, everyone. Keep up the good work. Come back in 30 minutes for some listening practice and strategy, okay? Hasna, I'm glad you had fun. And Sammy, I promise you are at the top of my list next time, okay? All right, everyone, much love. See you soon in 30 minutes. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from Victoria for now, but I'll be back soon with some listening. Bye.